Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Drifblim and Jellicent, as well as Shadow Mawile and Toxicroak, of course. We're going to be switching out the Drifblim and Jellicent here and there throughout the video. The first half is going to be Drifblim, and then we're going to go into Jellicent. Now, fun fact, as you can see the Durant here, you're like, what in the heck? You got two moves on that thing, really? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was going to actually make a Durant video, but it is not that great. It would be fantastic going up against Fairy type. That's why I do have the Metal Claw. Otherwise, Bug Bite is going to be what you're going to want for the quick move. But we had horrible odds, so we kind of just took a turn in where this video was going to go. And, well, we're just going to go with the Drifblim. So for the first battle, you're not going to see it. As a matter of fact, we do have Mandibuzz. But after that, we'll go ahead and get into it. So typically we would run Mawile, Toxicroak, and say Sableye, but we wanted to do something a little different. We could continue to use that team, which has been proving to be very good for us, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a different showcase here, and so we're going to be bringing you two different Pokemon after we do finish this battle here. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into the commentary, I suppose, with this Mandibuzz. Now, this battle... it's incredible. I don't know if the trainer undertapped at one point, you're going to see here, but this Mandibuzz survives the most incredible situation. So here we go. Going for the foul play. We have no more shields. How much health do we have? Okay, swapping into Toxicroak, do a little bit more damage. Throw in the Mud Bomb here, very nice. Getting a few counters in, bringing the Sableye very low. Okay, sounds good. We have that Deoxys in the back. In comes the Mandibuzz, and oh man, it's over for us here. It is a GG. We survive with 1 HP. We actually get off the stinking foul play. I couldn't believe this. This was like, I almost stopped tapping. Literally, I almost looked away from the phone and I saw I survived. I couldn't believe it, and the Pokemon fainted. And then I was able to get off that move. Absolutely phenomenal. Wow. Next battle, here we go. Real team, let's get it. We had a great lead. They're going to be swapping into Sableye from that Bastodon with the Toxicroak matchup, which is absolutely horrific for them. And this is actually going to be pretty good for us because Fire Fang is digging into that Sableye and doing so much damage, getting a shield with the Power Punch, vamping up our attack. It is beautiful. We are going to shield. Yes, we've used two shields here, but since we had such a good lead, we kind of need to maintain that swap advantage here. So it looks like we're going to be going with that Drifblim. We're going to be seeing several battles, and then we're going to switch it over to Jellicent, which I personally prefer a little bit more. Drifblim is great in its own situation. I just was having better luck with this here. Anyways, we're going to be getting off a Power Punch. They're swapping. We're going to be going into Drifblim. We have no more shields left. Rock Slide, Thunderbolt, those are going to do a lot. And there is that Rock Slide taking out a ton of our health. Going to be going for the Icy Wind, lowering their attack and doing some nice damage here. Well, I mean... nice damage, yeah, okay, doing some damage. Getting to another one, and now at this point, there is no need to go for Icy Winds. Our quick moves are doing some okay damage. That would have done all right, but we do get that shield out of them, which is great. And, well, we can't shield this up, so we're simply going to have to let it go. We have a Toxicroak, and I'm fearing they're going to have a Psycho Boost, so we're going to go ahead and just throw this here, just get it over with. And that Bastodon is going down by counters. Okay, looking good. So, leading with Toxicroak, I do believe, for the entire video. We may switch it up to Mawile. I don't want to say that. So, what do we need to look out for? Confusion. So we have Mawile to help us resist that, but it's not necessarily a tank to help us. So Confusion users are psychic. So we do have the Drifblim, which could potentially help us in that situation. So anyways, back onto the commentary here. We're in with the Mawile, and we're going to go ahead and let that Weather Ball go through. Toxicroak is down. We do have a shield from them, and we're still holding on to ourselves here. Mawile looking pretty healthy with the health. We see that Drifblim instantly swapping, and they're going to be going into a Politoed here. So the quick moves are not really doing much damage at all, while these Weather Balls are going to be able to be spammed at a very fast rate and doing enough damage to take us out here. So we're just going to go straight for the Shadow Ball. We're actually getting that through. They're still holding on to that one shield. And we need to remember the quick moves not doing much from the Politoed. Quick moves from the Medicham also not doing much, because we're both Ghost and Flying, so the counters are going to be massively resisted. So we can really bring our Drifblim down to low health here and know that we're going to be okay, right? We don't have to worry about getting farmed down by quick move. Going for a Shadow Ball, expecting the shield, that's fine, just in case they thought we were going to go for a bait. And going for another Shadow Ball here. Mawile's going to get swapped into, and they're going to be going for whatever charge move. We're simply going to shield it up. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to... Looks like a little flex, I suppose, and taking the win with that Fire Fang Mawile. Always coming in clutch as our meta wrecker. Into the next battle, we're met with a Wigglytuff. So this is technically not the worst case, all right? So some nice lag there. We got that part poison, so we're not taking super effective damage, and definitely not going for a Sludge Bomb. Getting a shield 1 and go for another Mud Bomb. Will we get another shield here? And they're letting it go through, and we have a KO by the Toxicroak. In comes the Vigoroth here, and we're absolutely going to go ahead and bring in the Drifblim, which is going to completely and utterly wall the Vigoroth. So they're swapping into Bastiodon. We're going to go ahead and get off the Icy Wind to lower that attack, just to make it a little bit more comfortable for the Mawile. Still holding on to 2 shields. This is a guaranteed win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Unless I'm simply not able to attack and they're able to, for some reason, continuously hit those charge moves with a Vigoroth or something. Anyways, we're going to just, you know, do the Mawile thing here. Once Vigoroth does come in, we're going to be able to do some pretty hard-hitting damage with the Power Punches, seeing that we did vamp up our attack decently at this point. So we're going to go ahead and let this go through. We're not going to shield it up since we do have the Drifblim in the back. We're really not pressured to. But they are going to be feeling this here, so expecting that shield, and there it goes, swapping into the Drifblim as soon as we get off that charge move, and they're going to be going for a Bulldoze. I think they figure that's going to, you know, just be doing more damage than the Body Slam here, and they're staying in the fight. Cool, you know. We both know this is going to be a loss here, but they're, you know, going to be giving me the run for my money and really make me work, and then they say, okay, I got 3 HP. I'm good. You got me. Alrighty, on to our next opponent. A good game. To our last one here. What are we going to be met with? Oh, leading with the Mawile. There we go. And we have the Altaria lead. Absolutely chef's kiss. We love this here. So, do believe we're just going to go straight for the Iron Head. Let the Sky Attack. I was drawing a blank on what the charge move was for some reason. Now, I do believe I ran into a few people who have changed up the strategy on how they want to approach this Mawile. Don't think I've ever seen this before. Well, I can't say I haven't, but very rare case. But they do double shield my Mawile, and it's a pretty unfortunate situation for me because I do throw 2 Iron Heads. So yeah, both shields are down on both of us here. Well, I'm going to be giving it up now, just to continue to put the pressure on. All right, so thought process at this point when I'm in the battle while shields are down. Seeing that we're using Jellicent now, it does have bubbles, not very effective. We could get some farm off of it, but more than likely, you're going to want to use your Altaria to go up against a fighter potentially. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Toxicroak and farm them down. So what are they going to, you know, go up against our Toxicroak with now? Looks like they're going to be bringing in an Escavalier. Wonder what they do have in the back. I'm going to put my money down and say something weak to fighting. So what I'm going to do, since I was able to get that damage through, seeing that there's no more shields, is swap into my Jellicent and farm it down. Hitting us with a Drill Run, that's no problem at all. And it is going to be a Registeel. There you go, your Pokemon weak to fighting. That's why they had that Altaria in the front. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Shadow Ball. And unfortunately, we're not able to get to another one. Seeing we resist both of the moves, Flash Cannon and Focus Blast, because of the water resisting the steel, and then the Ghost resisting the fighting. Very nice. Going to go for another Shadow Ball here. And we want to let them... See, I stopped attacking. I was waiting for the switch so I can gain a little bit more farm. But they're able to take us out. They had one ready, and we're able to just take them out anyways. Played it a little sloppy there at the end. It could have played it a little bit better, a little bit more comfortable, but hey, a win is a win, I guess. Into the next battle, leading with the Shadow Mawile, met with a Politoed. I absolutely despise that lead. It is so annoying to me. So we're swapping into Jellicent here and going for the Shadow Ball. Want to get off a Bubble Beam before we do go down to lower the attack. They're shielding up the Shadow Ball, which is a little unfortunate, but at the same time, we're going to be able to work around the situation here. So I don't really want to bring that Bastiodon too low on health, although I think it is going to happen because I do want to get some farm with the Toxicroak so that they bring their Politoed back in. We're going to be able to spam them, get rid of that water, and then the Mawile should be able to potentially roam free. I'm hoping in the back there's going to be some, maybe, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Something Mawile can handle. All right, so they saw what I was doing there. They swap instantly because the clock is up. We spent so much time throwing charge moves back and forth, and they're going into their Politoed. We have 2 shields, so we're still looking okay. Definitely need to shield up this Weather Ball here. That thing is going to be spamming those very fast. Not going to be going for the Sludge Bomb. Going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb. And we're getting that last shield. Beautiful. Now we can throw another one here. This is not going to quite KO, but it doesn't really matter. We just need to bring it low. And I was trying to swap. I guess it's a good thing I didn't, because well, we would have had to use our shield. So I decide to use my shield swap. And there's a Medicham back there. Okay, so we can still win this. It's going to be pretty close. I just need to get out the Iron Head. They're going for a Power Punch. All right, beautiful. We can get to this. Iron Head here, this is going to do a lot of damage. Toxicroak is going to be able to still put on the pressure with counter and resist the counters from that Medicham. So let's see how this works. And Toxicroak, come on, you can do it, buddy. And oh, we were so close. That Politoed had very little health. Probably just needed one counter. That Bastiodon, man, we were so close to that Mud Bomb. But hey, you can't win them all. Good game. On to our next opponent, met with Amandabuzz. And, you know, yeah, this is an okay matchup. It's just that Shadow Mawile, so squishy. I should start using the regular Mawile. A lot of you are asking what's a good substitute for Shadow Mawile. Honestly, nothing. It's a very one-of-a-kind Pokemon because of its typing. But if anything, and if you can't use the Shadow, you don't have, you weren't around for the event, so you couldn't team away Frustration, you can use regular Mawile. I mean, it's not going to be doing as much damage, but it's still going to be doing decent damage. And on the plus side, you're going to be able to be bulkier. You're going to take more hits better, right? Because you're not taking that 20% extra damage. Anyways, we have the Toxicroak in here. They haven't used a single shield. And unfortunately, I used one there, farming it down with counter, seeing that it is going to be part dark, so it is taking some decent damage. Bringing in a Deoxys, we're getting off that Sludge Bomb and connecting it, and then swapping into Jellicent. They have a Registeel in the back, so we can make this happen. We can make this happen. We're going to be able to resist those moves. Decided to go ahead and throw a Bubble Beam to lower the attack, just so we can take the hits a little bit better here. So they're going to, I don't know what they're going to throw, probably a Flash Cannon. Yeah, getting stabbed from it at least, right? We're going to go ahead and go for another one here. Okay, so I wanted to farm with Toxicroak, but that's certainly not enough farm. We're going to let this go through. At least we do resist the counters as well on the Deoxys, so it's getting a little low on health. They do have 2 shields, but I think we can still pull this off here. So we're getting that shield, beautiful, resisting those counters. All we don't want to see, I mean, at this point, our health's so low, it doesn't matter. We're going to let it go. It is a Rock Slide, but enough to take us out. Bringing in the Jellicent, knowing that we're going to be able to just go for these Bubble Beams here and potentially take the win. I think they have Psycho Boost. They didn't go for it on the Toxicroak because, well, they would have lowered their attack. They don't want to do that quite yet. Rock Slide was enough. Going for that Rock Slide. And here we go. Is this going to be the Psycho Boost with the lowered attack? There it is. And now they lower their attack even more. We're going to go ahead and throw this. This is going to be a very close battle here, folks. And we're going to see that Bastiodon, or no, not Bastiodon, the Registeel, and then we take it down with Bubble. I would have sworn that they had a charge move ready to go. All right, on to our next opponent, and we're going to be met with a Alolan Ninetales. Yeah, oh yeah, we love that. So, oh no, all right. So they swap into the Meganium. I don't know why I swapped. I really don't. And anyways, it doesn't really matter. So we're just going in with Toxicroak, going for the Mud or the Sludge Bomb here because we don't need to mess around with the bait. It's fine. We're going to let it go since the Mawile is going to be able to handle that and the other Pokemon that we see in the Alolan Mawile. We don't really need to waste time with that, but we didn't shield. They go for Frenzy Plant and we still come out on top. So yeah, that sounds good. We're looking fantastic since we do have the swap. Bringing in a Whiscash and farming us down. All right, hope's not gone yet. This is the reason why we have the Jellicent specifically, not for the Whiscash, but for these nuisance water types that we have to go up against because Mawile does not like water types, to be honest with you. They're swapping back into their Ninetales, and we're going right back into our Mawile, and we're absolutely going to let this go through. Those charms are chucking away at our Steel type, and we're going to go ahead and start throwing these power-up punches. Do believe we get a shield. Oh man, that's so satisfying. Going for another one here before we go down. Mawile is just doing extra damage at this point. Oh, thank you. And you want to use your energy? Oh, absolutely. For sure. So we're going to bring in that Jellicent with energy built up. Going for the Shadow Ball, seeing that all the shields are down. Not quite KOing. A few more bubbles. And they decide to go out swinging, which I must say, I do commend those kind of plays. And we're going to be able to take them down with Bubble. Great. Jellicent, love it. Great Pokemon. All right, on to our next one. And I must say, oh, good lead. And if you're curious, I've said this before, why the female version, that's, you know, they're both the same, the male and the female. This one simply has the more ideal IVs for PvP for me that I found in the wild. So good matchup. They're swapping into Medicham. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Jellicent here. And you already know this is great. Psychic is going to be hurting us quite a bit. Power-up Punch, expect the Psychic right after this. But we're going to go ahead and start putting on the pressure and go for the Shadow Ball, in which we're going to be getting a shield out of them. That's okay. That's fine. We're going to let this Psychic go through, seeing that the counters are still really not doing much, even though they have vamped up their attack. And at this point, I'm thinking they're probably going to double shield me. And they do. They use 2 shields, and we're still holding on to 2 ourselves. Swapping back into Wigglytuff, we're going to bring the Mawile right back in to see some action here. Going for the Power-Up Punch and taking them out. The Medicham is going to be able to get a little bit of farm on us, but seeing that we have 2 shields, we're in a great position to be in here. And they have a Bastodon. Well, GG's. As soon as they see this Toxicroak, they'll go ahead and back out. Yep, and we're taking the win on that one. Looking good. Let's keep it rolling here, folks. Having a blast in the expert ranks. Oh, boy. So we're met with a Bastodon here, and they're swapping instantly into their Pelipper. And here we go with our Jellicent. Absolutely love it. So we're going to see a Weather Ball here, I would expect. Yeah, it is. And letting it go through, going for the Shadow Ball. Pelipper is squishy. Yeah, it sure is. And we're getting that through. Fantastic. So now all we have to do is go for Bubble Beams here. Think we want to maybe shield this. Nope, we're calling another Weather Ball. Yeah, it definitely was. They had a Hurricane. I wasn't counting. Going for that Bubble Beam, not quite KOing because it's not very effective. But since we did lower the attack, I know this certainly is not a Hurricane. We're letting it go through, and the Jellicent is just going to power its way through here with quick moves. We're able to get a Bubble Beam off onto the Bastodon, which is, again, a big play here, lowering the attack for whatever we do bring in, which is obviously going to be the Toxicroak to start farming it up. They're swapping into a Tropius, and we're going to go ahead and bring in a Mawile. Hard countered through and through. Gotta love it. This team's been putting in some work for me. Bad leads, we can still come back from those. Potentially, sometimes, obviously, everything has a hard counter. So we're just putting in the work here. Still haven't used the shield quite yet. I think we're going to go ahead and do that now, seeing that they do have a quick flying type move, which is going to do a lot to our Toxicroak. No need to get too flexy, and they do back out. So the reason why I like leading Mawile, apart from being steel type, well, that's pretty much one of the main reasons. You got all kinds of different Pokemon that it's going to be so good up against. But you're also going to be seeing a ton of Pokemon that you're just not going to be wanting to battle, like Politoed or ground types, water types, just are going to absolutely destroy it. So Remix Cup is giving it a little bit of leniency, cutting down on a lot of the Pokemon people like to use, specifically Azumarill, is really helping Mawile roam free around here. So up against a Altaria for this battle here. We've gotten a shield, going for another Iron Head. I've used a shield myself. Are we going to get another double shielder? Nope, they're letting it go through, and we're getting that down with a Fire Fang, bringing in a Deoxys, and we're able to get to a Power Punch, hoping they might think it's an Iron Head, and not likely. Yeah, letting it go through, absolutely. And we're going to bring in that Jellicent here. Now, the only thing we need to really worry about is a Thunderbolt. We can take the first one here. It is a Rock Slide, so they would have definitely probably went for it if they had it. Seeing that they are swapping, we're going to go ahead and lower that attack like we usually do. Swap in our Toxicroak. As soon as they see it, they back out like before, and we take that nice, easy victory. All right, on to our next opponent. We're met with a Berserker. What? Okay, very interesting here. Swapping into a Mandibuzz, and we make the quick instinct swap into a Toxicroak. Now, we definitely need to look out for that Aerial Ace, and it does have a quick flying move, so we're getting destroyed. All right. Usually, I'm banking off of that quick move not being very effective to Toxicroak and just being able to survive a little bit longer, doing a little bit more counters and getting quick moves through, or should I say charge moves, but yeah, it's taking us out. So, not good. What we're going to do is just simply throw in the Mawile here to just absorb these Dark Flying. It's both not very effective. It will start adding up here, but hey, we're able to absorb that a lot better than the Jellicent is going to be absorbing that Foul Play, which is super effective. So we're going to go ahead and let this one go through as well and farm down at this point. Well, farm down, yeah. What else are we going to do? So bringing in the Berserker, we're absolutely demolishing it. We are going to shield it up because, well, there's going to be something back with their weak to Mawile if they're coming in here with this Berserker. And what is it? What is it? I want to see it. Still waiting. They're waiting for their clock. Yeah, bring it in the Mandibuzz. Okay. And is a Ninetales. Yeah. But down we go. And now we have to really play around this. Can we win this? I don't know, folks. You tell me. Let's see if I can work a little magic here. Going for the Bubble Beam. We get the shield. Bingo. Bango. GG's right there. So they're going to go ahead and throw their Psyshock. That's fine. We lowered their attack and got the shield. So the Charms are not doing as much. This Shadow Ball is not going to KO. But a couple more quick moves. 1 and 2. Just enough. And we take the win with the Jellicent at the end. Just in the nick of time there. All right. And we're met with a Whiscash for the next battle. Horrible. Horrible, horrible lead. Swapping into Toxicroak. And here we go with the Mandibuzz. All right. We have a Snarl. Quick move on it. This is a lot better than the other one. So we're going for the Sludge Bomb. We're getting a shield out of them instantly. Of course we do. Lovely. So we're going to go ahead and let this go through as well. Now we can do that because of the quick move they do have. Wow. We just received a lot of lag there. Getting to our Sludge Bomb there. Okay. Throwing it, bringing them low, so you can see quite the difference. And now we can go ahead and use our shield on the Toxicroak, seeing that we're not taking very much damage. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew they were gonna go for 2. We want to use 2. They're swapping into the Whiscash here. Kind of expected this to happen. We're looking good. They oddly go for Blizzard. Okay, that sounds good to me. And we're just gonna go ahead and go for these Bubble Beams. Well, I think we go for the 1, get their shield, and now we want to go for the Shadow Ball. Right. Looking good. So I would expect they're going to go for the Mud Bomb now. That would have been the better option the first go around. But hey, we all make mistakes and we all make silly plays from time to time. I mean, look at me. I do it all the time. Right front and center for all of you. So they have a Ferrothorn back there. We're going to go ahead and do the, lower the attack deal. We can't quite... Oh, no, we can swap. Going into Toxicroak, throwing the Mud Bomb. We're really going to put on the pressure to this thing. And they know we have a Mawile in the back. The only thing I'm thinking of is... Please don't have, like, Thunder. I think we will still be fine. They're swapping into their Mandibuzz. We're throwing the Mud Bomb. Toxicroak is just plowing through these Pokemon over here. And now, I do believe it's the time to bring in the Mawile and just go to town with that Fire Fang. Super satisfying. When it is at like full health, just see it melt away. They're able to get off 2 Power Whips, but I'm sorry, that's not going to be enough. I know that move is strong, but Mawile is steel, and let's go, taking them out with the Fire Fang. Alrighty, on to our next opponent here. Got a few more battles for you folks. We're met with the Deoxys here, and this is fine. Thunder's annoying, that's definitely for sure, but if we get this Iron Head through, cool. If we get a shield, that's also great. So it's kind of a win-win situation no matter what here. Even if we don't win this, more than likely, we're going to lose up against Deoxys. If we shield, we would be in a decent position, but I'm good on that. Just going to bring in the Jellicent here, and now I think we do shield this up. Yeah, and now we're just going to farm it down here. Great. So we're down a shield. That's okay. Let's see what we can do here. Got a lot of energy on this Jellicent and a Toxicroak for backup. And it is going to be a Politoed. Must be fire? Maybe a steel. We'll have to see what they have back there. So we're going for the Shadow Ball. Now we're going to go for the Bubble Beam here. Seeing that they went in with a water type that doesn't have a great matchup. Oh, it's a Drifblim. Okay. The rival. All right. So we're going to go ahead and throw that Shadow Ball. This is going to KO almost. Oh, boy. Wanted to swap to start farming. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in the Toxicroak here to just absorb these. It's an Earthquake instantly. And I'm thinking, all right, at least they used all that energy. Let's see if we can get that last shield out of them here. And we do not. Okay, this is the... all right, this is the last battle. And this is a ridiculous one as well. So what's going to happen here is we're both playing chicken with each other. We just kind of keep bluffing our quick moves. Well, I mean, I figure they're not getting to an Earthquake at this time. They're just going to keep throwing Wither Balls. And I'm just banking on the fact that the Jellicent is going to survive since we are debuffing its attack and over again. But the spam ability for the Politoed is so ridiculous. I was getting a little nervous, but it does come down to me taking the win here. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn notifications on, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care, trainers.